Mayor Daley and local leaders joined the Chicago Police Department and community residents to participate in the 2009 National Night Out Against Crime Rally and March in Calumet Park. The annual campaign, which takes place in communities all across the country, strengthens community and police partnerships and heightens crime and drug prevention awareness. At the August 4th, 2009 event, Mayor Daley encouraged residents to take back their neighborhoods.
We're here to think about gangs, guns, and drugs, and about the impact that it has upon every family. And when you think of gangs, guns, and drugs, it's basically we're talking about teenagers that threaten families and adults on a daily basis. Now, we have young people going to war in Afghanistan, in Iraq, and all over the world. And we adults, the adults in communities, can't control their children. Now, the police can only do so much, because if they go too far, everybody's going to scream at them, right? We all know that. Let's be admitted. They go too far, you're going to scream. Enough is enough. They're harassing my kids. They're breaking my door in. What are you doing? Stop. And they stop. Then all of a sudden, the gangs, guns, and drugs that are in the community. Now, they're not coming from Mars. Gangbangers are gangbangers. Dope dealers are dope dealers. They don't want any adults here. They only want your kids. Black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter where they are. And they want your child, and they're going to get your child 9 out of 10, because most of the adults really don't care about them. Every time a child is killed, you wonder, where are the adults? Where were they when the child was out at 11 or 2 o'clock in the morning? Now, everybody wants to blame somebody else. But you just look in the mirror and you blame yourself. It's simple as that. You can blame anybody you want, but you have to blame yourself. And when you think about a 14-year-old controlling the neighborhood, I love that. A 14-year-old is telling all the adult men that you can't go on my block, or you can't pass this corner, or you can't go to this park, because I'm a 14-year-old and I'm in charge of this area. Now, that is amazing. I guess only in America can it take place, that a 14-year-old is telling all the adults where to go and where not to go. Or I control this school, or the gangbangers are in this school. It's called the code of silence. And what is the code of silence? You close your eyes, put your fingers in your ears, and shut your mouth and don't say anything. That's the code of silence. I didn't see anything. What do you mean? There are 200 people, and gangbangers came by and shot 5 people. No one saw anyone. Now, how are the police going to resolve that crime? Where 200 people saw no one. No one shoot anyone. And why were they shooting? Was a person a gangbanger they're shooting at? Is it your son? Is it your husband? Is it your uncle? Is it your brother? And that's what's going on. It's simple as that. But it's up to the people to say enough is enough. In your family, in your home. Now, if anybody has a gun and a teenager has a gun, they're more likely to go out and use it against somebody else. And they're more likely to get killed, or your innocent son or child, or your neighbor's son or child is going to get killed. And that's what happens, unfortunately, quite a bit of time. Innocent children getting killed. Now, when an adult stands there and watches their child get killed, and when the police come to him and say, "Did you see anybody?" He said, "No, I didn't see anyone." Well, this is your child. Who are you? Are you a gangbanger? Are you a dope dealer? Don't you really believe your child is worth saving? And you're not going to cooperate with us? Or the families are not going to cooperate with us? The police can only do so much. And now it's every family, every block club, every church, every community organization, every local school council, every library, every park council to say, this is my community. We don't want gangbangers and we don't want dope dealers. If you're coming in the community, move someplace else. It's simple as that. It's up to you. It's up to people of every block to say enough is enough. We have caps. Maybe we have to reorganize caps and say, what are we looking for? An abandoned building, absentee landlords, they don't care who they rent to. We have to fashion our strategy in regards to that attitude where a landlord doesn't care who they rent to, shootings take place, and all of a sudden you call the alderman, you call the commander, you call the mayor, everybody gets involved after the shooting. But before, you have to get involved. And this is a good community. How many people have a beautiful lakefront like this? It's the most beautiful park in the city. I think you've known that. Generations after generations have used this park. No other city has parks like we have. It's up to the people to use them. When you use a park, gangbangers don't take over. In this park, it's heavily used. Commander says that. Alderman Pope says that. But night out is basically a commitment by all citizens of America to say that gangs, guns, and drugs cannot be involved in my family, in my school, in my park, in my library, in my church. We firmly believe in that. Every child is worth saving. These are wonderful children. When you look out here and see all the ages of children and the beauty of a child, we want them to grow up clean, understanding that gangs and drugs are not going to affect their lives. It's a commitment that we are making, not only as the mayor, the aldermen, the police. I think all of us have to make that commitment. This city is too great. This country has sacrificed too many people to basically stop wars in the world. It's about time that all of us just join ranks. In less than a month, children go back to school. And school is the whole essential idea of bringing your children forward. Those children have to be there at school on time, because when you don't show up on time, we lose state money. This is the place where children belong. You want them to get a good quality education and stay away from the gangbangers. We have a system now that you can text in. No one knows who you are. No one knows where you live. The information is basically disseminated only within the police department. To give the information, a nickname, a license plate, and an address, a gang hangout, all those little bits and pieces help us solve these crimes. We like to solve them before they take place rather than going to a funeral, than having a march and a march. And tonight is a commitment by this community here in the 4th District, the entire community, your aldermen are here, all committed about basically preserving and establishing good quality people saying enough is enough. Have a wonderful evening and thank you.